All right, if Don Blankenship has his way, he will run as a third-party candidate in the state of West Virginia. They have this thing, a sore loser law, for want of a better term, where you can't do that, although a number of very savvy lawyers, including our own judge, Andrew Napolitano, says that would not hold up in court, and that Mr. Blankenship, who finished third in the Republican primary, could be a threat to the guy who did win, the Republican Attorney General. So that would mean you would potentially be dividing the Republican vote, hard to say by how much, if it's consequential at all, and potentially handing that seat to the embattled senator who's holding that right now, Joe Manchin. In other words, an easy pickup, a potential easy pickup for Republicans doesn't materialize. A guy who watches this stuff very, very closely on behalf of his party, he's a big wig leader there, is the South Dakota Senator, John Thune. Senator, good to have you.
Nice. Good afternoon, Neil. Nice to be with you. Thanks.
Does this worry you, Senator?
Well, look, I mean, I think that in the end, the voters of West Virginia are going to decide who the next senator from West Virginia is, and they don't want us in Washington, D.C. telling them what they should think. But clearly, if you have a one-on-one matchup between a very solid Republican choice who won the primary, Patrick Morrisey, and Joe Manchin, it obviously probably presents the best opportunity for Patrick Morrisey to win. Third-party candidates tend to split up the vote a little bit, although it's hard to say. I mean, he might draw from both sides. And so I think it's just hard to predict at this point, but it's a seat that's very much in play. We have a good candidate that came out of the primary process. The voters of West Virginia selected him, and we're preparing for what will be, I think, a very spirited fall campaign.
You know, you correctly pointed out, Senator, that it's really up to West Virginia to decide this. And nevertheless, one thing I remember talking to Blankenship a couple of times was that he was very angry at people like Mitch McConnell and the Republican Party, making it very clear that he was not their guy. In fact, targeting him as someone you should never, ever vote for. So do you think had the party not you, but had the party not tried so hard, Mitch McConnell maybe not tried so hard to target him, you wouldn't be in this predicament?
Well, one thing I know with certainty, and that is if Blankenship had come out of that primary, the fall campaign you could hand it to the Democrats. That would have been a disaster for Republican prospects in West Virginia. And so I think the leader recognizes that in order for us to have a shot at maintaining and hopefully growing our majority in the United States Senate, you've got to get electable candidates on the ballot. And we believe that we have someone who's very electable in West Virginia and in a lot of other states around the country, which opens up the map to some serious opportunities for us to expand our majority, which makes it easier for us to get President Trump's and our agenda through the Congress. And we've had a lot of success already. In fact, we're going to send 3 bills to the President today that have come out of the House and the Senate, and they're very consequential bills. But if you want to see more progress and you want to see bigger things get done, the way to do that is to grow and expand our majorities here in the Congress.
The Senate looks potentially promising in that regard, maybe less so the House, but you're right. I mean, the winds seem to have shifted a little bit. But in the middle of all of this, Senator, comes this so-called Spygate or whatever the president's calling it, and maybe he's hoping others take up that name, that there were operatives looking at his campaign in the fall of 2016, dating back to the spring, and they were fishing around for something, presumably any Russian type of activity. What do you make of that and calls by many in your party to say, get a special prosecutor on this?
You know, I'm not a big fan of another special prosecutor and another, could be years-long investigation. I do think it needs to be investigated, and I think it is being looked into already. But, you know, clearly if there was dabbling or attempts by the FBI, the Department of Justice to step on the scales in a presidential election or to have some spy embedded in the Trump campaign, that's something that the American people need to know and we need to know. And so I think it's very legitimate and valid to say that we need to get to the bottom of it and investigate it. But the calls for a special counsel, to me, I just don't think at this point that we want to go down the road of another full-blown, investigation like that could literally run on for months and maybe years.
I almost think we're running out of lawyers besides, right?
That's right. It's very good. It's been very good to be a lawyer in this town the last few months.
Senator, thank you very much. Good seeing you.